at Maserati Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach, as always, and I wanted to do a little video on the Battle of the Zegnas. And what I mean by that is, on your left is my 2016 Maserati Ghibli S, and on the right is a 2017 Maserati Quattroporte. Now, they both have similar specs because they are both fitted out with the Zegna interior package. Now, I'm only saying the second part of the name because that first part of the name is very hard for me to pronounce. You'll see it in the title or the description, and then you'll sympathize with me because I'm an American that does not know how to speak very fluent Italian. So instead of butchering it, you'll see in the title and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So these both have the Zegna package on here. Now, this here is the Gran Lusso for the Maserati Quattroporte, and that has an upgraded package as well. And then over here to the left, you have the Ghibli S, which is the higher spec model Maserati Ghibli. So I wanted to give you guys a kind of compare and contrast between the two on what they would look like interior wise, because they both have the same interior options, but they're laid out a little differently. So you'll see in a minute here, and you'll be surprised probably a few of the details that you might not have noticed just looking at them separately. So let's start let's start with the inside, shall we? Okay, so we are inside of the Quattroporte Gran Lusso Zegna edition, and you can kind of see the similarities to the inside of my Ghibli Zegna, but we'll show you in just a second so you'll know for sure. Now, it has, of course, the same red leather with the white stitching and the silk inserts, but you'll notice the seats are a little different. The lines in the stitching right here, right up top here, the Ghibli does not have that. It's a little bit more design element, and that line and design element carries to the bottom here, which is extra stitching line. So where the Ghibli would only have the outside, this has also the inside for the Quattroporte. You would also know that it has a red seat belt cover that, you know, is leather, and it's a, you know, red seat belt cover to match. Also, you would notice the armrest is red as well for the Quattroporte. So they have a couple of more red elements. Now, there's a difference when you go over to the dashboard. So with the Zegna here, it has the same gloss black as the Ghibli, but the red leather is on the bottom, and you'll see it on the bottom down here, to where on the Ghibli this would be all black, and on the Ghibli it's red, where this is black. And you know, the design of the Quattroporte is definitely different already as far as the layout, but just showing you the color difference between the specs, you know, they're a little bit flip-flopped how they did them, so you can tell the difference between them. Now, this specific spec does not come with the aluminum pedals, but also with the Quattroporte you normally get the matching spec steering wheel insert. Now, this would go with the black piano wood. This goes throughout the car, also black piano wood, and then on the door, black piano wood. So that goes in the insert of the steering wheel. Then if you move over here, where you have chrome on the trim of the door, where the door handle is also chrome and the surround is chrome, on the Ghibli it is aluminum, or you know, I think it's aluminum. I don't know. Check me on the actual material. It's not plastic, but you'll see in a second. I'm pretty sure it's aluminum, but this is chrome in here. I don't know how much I would like this. I'd get that all fingerprinted up all the time. But so you can kind of see the difference between the two specs on the inside here, and we'll go to the back really quick too. And you'll see that design element carries with the extra stitching in the inside of the seat. And you'll see that here as well. Now, the Quattroporte is only, is it a foot longer than the Ghibli? So you're not gaining a ton of room in the back, but it does matter. You do get more room. It says not a ton. And this aside of the Zegna package, You also have the nice controls and setup here, and the chrome and everything in the back here, to where the Ghibli, you just have the vents. The Quattroporte, you have, you know, controls for heating and cooling in the seats and everything like that, and even a little storage compartment space there. So now we'll go take a look at the Ghibli interior, and we'll see the difference there. Okay, so now inside of the Ghibli interior, you'll see that there's no contrasting stitching here or here. So you'll see that there's no white, how there is on the outside of the seat. Same at the bottom here. There's no white stitching that comes across here for the Ghibli models in you. Now I did fail to mention it's the same headliner here, silk headliner on top, and I don't know how well you can see that, but it's the same silk headliner that goes throughout the car on the seats and in the door panels. And then you have the brand there. So you see why I struggle to pronounce the name. Same black piano wood here. And as you notice that the door there, the trim, and let's see if we can, okay, we got the focus. The trim is more of an aluminum and not chrome. So it still looks good in my opinion. Like I said, I'm not sure how I feel about the chrome. Also down here you see I have the sport pedals to go with mine. And then the biggest thing is the dash. Remember how the bottom of the Quattroporte was red? Well, this is black all the way across the bottom, and then red on top with black. It's a nice little contrast up top. So let me know which one you guys like as far as the interior specs go and design. Also remember, that is red in the Quattroporte, and also the seatbelt cover is red, where these are black all the way through. But yeah, I'd like to know what you guys would think on interior design and see which Zegna you like best as far as interior goes. We'll zoom around to the back. You'll see same thing. Does not have the interior stitching, the white here or going across. Just red throughout. And also, like I said, for the infotainment back here, there is nothing as far as buttons go. It's just two vents, and then that's not even storage, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I never use it because I never sit back here. I don't think it's storage. So yeah, and that's it. And you can tell there's quite a significant space difference. Now I can move my seat up a little bit, but you can tell it's still a little tighter in the back of the Ghibli. Now I want to check something out. I think there's also, I didn't check the handles here. Let me see. I think the handles here are red. Yes, they are. Okay, I'm glad I looked at that. Handles red with black in the inside on the Quattroporte, to where handles all black in the Ghibli. So that was something I didn't know. Let's take a look at the exterior differences between the two cars as well. All right, so we're gonna start with the front of the Quattroporte Gran Lusso. Now, of course, this is gonna be quite different than the Ghibli front end, because this is definitely a different car. Now, you'll notice a little bit of everything's different. The grille is a lot wider. They did a revamp of the front end of the Quattroporte in 2017. So you got the kind of curved in, very stylish front grille that looks really good. It gives it some good styling. Also, this comes with the driver assistance package. So you get the fatter, more bulkier Trident that gives you a lot more driver assistance and safety as far as, you know, technology goes. So that's going to be a lot bulkier than the one on the Ghibli. You also have your cameras down here on each side for parking sensors and everything like that. Aerodynamics on the front fascia here, and also you have some nice styling with the Gran Lusso with the chrome trim right above the grille here. So it's on both sides, of course, and it looks quite good. I think it really matches how they did it. And then also with the headlights, you know, you're gonna have different style, more curvier headlights, I think, to the Ghibli sharper headlights. So we'll take a good look at this up front. And then we'll shoot over to the Ghibli. So now you can kind of see the difference. Now with my Ghibli, I do have the front lip wrapped black. So with that, it's a little bit of cheating because that adds a little bit more style to it. But with that, it kind of looks like the older gen, the gen before this one, the Quattroporte, that had the black center lip piece in the front fascia. So it kind of looks like that. It gives it a little bit more styling and characteristics. When you're driving it and you know people are in front of you, you can't really see the black, it blends in, so it looks like very sharp, like body panels or front bumper, just, you know, sharp, and it doesn't even look like that's there, so it just looks like big fangs coming at you when you look at both of them. It has a really cool effect. So you can tell that the Ghibli grill is a lot smaller. It's, you know, just a little bit more petite when it comes to the big wide mouth grill of the Quattroporte, and also you can tell that the blades here aren't as stylish. The blades there come more to a point end, like they kind of go in and then come out, so they're very, very diagonal and very sharp there, to where they're more round with the Ghibli. They kind of just swoop up, kind of like that. Also, you can tell the Trident is normal. This doesn't have the driver assistance package, so you know you can stick your finger through the holes there because it's not one big piece. So I think it's an aggressive looking Trident, but you know, people have their mixed emotions on you know, the newer Trident with the driver assistance package. Now, not all Ghiblis come with that. Also, you do have your cameras here integrated in the grill, so they're not down on the bottom like with the Quattroporte there. This pretty simple grill design at the bottom, no extra flair. So if you were to get the Ghibli normally, it wouldn't be wrapped. You know, it's pretty tame as far as the bottom goes, as far as styling. So that's why I wanted to add the black piece to kind of, you know, make it look a little sharper. And then the headlights, remember I told you these look sharp compared to the Quattroporte's headlights, where they're much rounder, they got curves to them. This is more just like straight to the point, very sharp. Also, the Ghibli here has a nice little indentation here in the front grille, between the front grille and the top, so it really looks really nice with the headlights. I think it's very sharp, very angular. But which one is your favorite as far as the front goes? It's kind of a game of would you rather. Which one would you rather take? Now, coming down the side of both cars here, there's not much to say. It's the side, you know, but there are a couple of different things that, you know, are a little different, but it wouldn't be a deal breaker between the two cars. So you notice with the Quattroporte, the famous Maserati side vents here pop out a lot more, like they're out there, and you can kind of tell they have a lot of depth, to where on the Ghibli here, they're a little bit more flush into the car. So it really depends on what your taste is on as far as that styling goes. Then also with the side here, on the Ghibli you have kind of like a side skirt that's more of a like matte black color, to where on the Gran Lusso here it's colored to match. So it's all white, all one color. And where that helps you with the color to match is because it looks lower to the ground, to where, like I was talking about the front bumper, you can't really see the black from a distance. So it looks like the car actually cuts off here at the top and not actually go all the way down here. So it's a kind of a visual effect to where it looks higher than it actually is, to where this looks lower because, you know, the white goes all the way down and you can see the body color of the car. So that's also a preference thing. Mirrors are pretty much the same. You have the same sleek blinker here, or you know, turn indicator as you would here. They're just a little bit different. The Ghibli's is a little fatter. This one's a little bit sleeker and more stylish on the side of the Quattroporte. So not much there to talk about, but those are the difference from the sides. The wheels are the same. I have my wheels powder coated black, but they're the same 20-inch Urano wheels, both sides. So I mean, you can get these powder coated and they'll be black as well. and there you wouldn't notice a difference. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just preference, whatever you like better. They're the same thing though. Same sitting on Pirelli P0s. So nothing really to talk about with the wheels. They just look good. That's it. All right, so now we're to where it matters, in the back. This is where the Gran Lusso might be the clear winner. The Ghibli in the back is very tame. Nothing really too special about it. It's, you know, it's there, it's round, but there's no aggressiveness to it, to where, you know, the Quattroporte has a little bit more shape, a little bit more stance to it in the back, and it's been very controversial with the Ghibli and the way, you know, the back end of it looks compared to the front. So, you know, there's not much you can really do here unless you add a bigger diffuser down here, and there's all kinds of eBay add-ons. It depends on your taste. I haven't seen anything that doesn't look gaudy to me or out of place, so it's not something I want to get just to make it look different. I don't want to mess up the car. It's same with the spoiler. You can add spoilers that, you know, kind of fly over the top. There's only 2 of them I've seen that look decent, that flow with the actual car. They go from like here, flow all the way across, and go here. There's only 2 I've seen that do that. So, I mean, to be honest, it's one of those things to where you really can't fix it, and I'll quote that, fix it, unless you do something that is a required taste mod. So with that said, we'll go over to the Quattroporte and you'll see the difference. So right off the back, you'll see that the lighting on the taillights of the Ghibli is the same as the front lighting. It's a little bit sharper, just points, point, and it's to the point, to where the Quattro has a little bit more curve to it. It's swooping and going around, you know, and it's a little bit more, I guess you want to say, curvaceous. Now, that might not be the best way to describe it, but that's how I see it when I look at it. So if you like the sharp, edgier lights, you would go with the Ghibli lights. If you like the rounder lights, you would go with Quattroporte. Also, you can tell the biggest difference is the rear diffuser. So it's a lot more aggressive looking, and it has the paint match in the center here with the offset black to go through too. But you can tell it's got like a lot wider and sharper stance from the back, to where that looks a lot more aggressive than the Ghibli. Now, nothing is going to out aggressive the Gran Turismo back end, especially the MCs. But it looks good. And you know, when you think of Maserati, you think you want something that's gonna look mean like that, to match the front end. So, you know, the Quattroporte definitely does the trick. Now, I know you guys are probably gonna put a counter on how many times I said sleek or sharp or aggressive or Maserati or whatever, but I really want to kind of explain these to you in detail as far as I could explain on what I think about it. What do you guys think? Between the 2 backs, which one would you prefer? All right, so as far as power goes, it's the same engine, it's the same V6, it's the same 404 horsepower. So there's nothing more to say there. It's just the same. They're both S's, they're both rear-wheel drive because they're S's. So, you know, if you're going to choose between the 2, I know the price difference is a big jump. Now, there's no sticker on this Gran Turismo Quattroporte because it was a demo car just recently, but it is definitely a significant amount difference. Now, this is not the best that the Quattroporte has to offer, and that's not the best the Ghibli has to offer. The Ghibli can also go to the 21-inch wheels and carbon fiber in the interior with a couple other things. Same with the Gran Lusso here. It could go up in value, but there's probably, I want to say, a $20,000 difference between the 2. You decide right now if the $20,000 is worth it to have the different car, and that's give and take on prices, but you know, it's a nice jump. So what do you guys think? as far as the two go. But after hearing, you know, the differences and seeing the differences, and there might be some things I didn't point out, which one do you guys like better? Which one would you take? Which one is more bang for your buck? I'd definitely like to hear in the comments below. Definitely give this a like if you like, you know, my little comparison video and just putting the two side to side. I can do this with other cars in the Maserati Alfa Romeo a lot as well. I would love to do it with a Quattroporte and a Giulia and a Giulia TI to get all three of them lined up. So once they do have those all here, because there's no Quattroportes, then I can make that happen. Just let me know if you guys like it. Give it a like. Also subscribe. I'm always trying to put out more amateur Maserati and Alfa Romeo video for you guys. Just kind of be informative and help people make decisions when they want to go buy these kind of cars. So hopefully you guys like it. We'll talk to you in the next one. I'll see you then, guys. Peace.